Alright, so today I'm going to do a hard work pays off 60 workout. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of burpees today. It's an EMOM of 12 burpees, 15 wall balls, 12 to 15 burpees and 10 chest to bars. The program says that the chest to bars and the wall balls should be unbroken, and the 12 to 15 burpees should be able to complete in 40 to 45 seconds. I'm going to do a bit of snatching before and a heavy deadlift, which I'm looking really much forward to because I haven't deadlifted pretty much at all except for one workout with 100 kilos and another training with like 136 kilos. So I have no idea what I'm going to lift. I have an idea. I think I'm going to be around 150 maybe, but I have not done a heavy deadlift session for half a year maybe. So this is going to be exciting. Snatch I'm looking forward to. I'm feeling good in the body. I'm feeling good with the snatch at the moment. And right now I'm just going to warm up and get ready to do some real nice training. Yeah. It's 5:30 in the morning, so I'm getting some coffee now. Feel the coffee. Okay, so here's a fun fact. Back when I was powerlifting, I was taught to be, like roaring and yelling right before I was going to do like a heavy squat or a heavy deadlift, because that would set me up in state and that would set up some flames inside me. And back then I was called Løven, like lion, because I was roaring all the time, and my, what's it called, like star sign is lion too. I've always been a proud lion, so there it is. I'm a lion. I'm trying to find that in myself again now. So this was a good way of showing what happens when you're not focusing on what you should be focusing on. Because right here I was just kind of, after my first failed lift there with the power snatch where I didn't lock out, I was thinking that I could just be fast in the next one and just do what I've seen some Asians do in a weightlifting video at some point. Just be fast and just do it, just get into the position and then. But the fact is that I am not as trained as an Asian weightlifting guy who's been doing it for like 20 years. So I'm not as good as finding the positions, at least yet, as they are. I probably never will be, because I'm not gonna put in the same hours that they have since they were like 10 years old. But I was focusing and imagining myself as an Asian weightlifting guy, and it just popped into my side of my head. And that's what happens when we don't focus on the things that we need to focus on. Because if I was focusing on extending my ankles and my hips, then I would not be able to focus on the other thing. We can only focus on one thing at a time, at least when we actually focus. I'm going to talk more about focus at some point. Now I'm going to do this lift and I'm going to focus on extending my ankles and my hips. So that second one went way better. I was focusing on extending my hips and extending my ankles, and it worked way, way, way better than the other lifts. So don't forget to focus. I'm going to talk more about it at some point. So in 12 minutes, I'm supposed to find a heavy 3-rep deadlift at an RPE 8, which means that I should be able to do 2 more reps, at least in my mind. It should feel like I could do 2 more reps. So theoretically, this should be a 5-rep max, but I'm only doing 3 reps. I'm supposed to go heavy. And I've got 12 minutes to do it. So a thing from back in my powerlifting days is that to be able to lift as heavy as possible, one should get as close to the floor as possible with their feet. And that's why I'm not wearing any shoes right now, because the shoes will just add like a layer, making it more like a deficit deadlift. And for competitions and all these things, we should of course use shoes. But right now, I'm just aiming to get as strong as possible and lift as much heavy weight as possible. So right now, I'm using like the things that can help me do that in the best way possible. I'm not using a belt because I'm training my core to be as strong as possible, and it's actually gotten pretty strong, and I'm gonna continue training it in the way I've done. I did the warm-up exercises with the McGill Big 3. I'm gonna talk more about it at some point. Yeah, so that's why I'm not using a belt. I'm not lifting that heavy anyway, so I'm not needing a belt. One can lift heavy without using a weightlifting belt. Just make sure you use the right technique and that you've trained your core muscles. So that was 163 reps. That was actually pretty cool. I think if I was going all out, I could do 2 reps more. That was pretty cool, yeah. But my form was also starting to lag a little. I was losing my straight back a little bit. I could feel it. So this is like the turning point where I should training more at these heavier weights, but not go any heavier yet, because I need to know my body and I need to use the right form. Yeah.